Hey everybody. So we took everybody to the vet today except for Pebble and Brooke, but I still wanted to start the close-up with Pebble and Brooke because they are the ones that are on my mind most today and that I really want to talk to all of you about. I'm going to try not to be too in-depth about it though because we have a lot of kittens to see on this close-up and I want to get through as many of them as I can. First, I want to tell you that Pebble is doing great. In fact, when I came in the room just now, she immediately, every time I come in the room now, she gets up from whatever she's doing and runs to see me, and she's meowing at me for attention, and she's really become a little people kitty. And part of that might be because Brooke seems like she's pretty much done with her. Brooke is more or less like Pebble. You're eating on your own now. You don't need me. I'm done. A little bit, They still hang out and they still snuggle a bit, but not very much now. And that's what's on my mind is how to deal with that situation. And I could use help, I think. The real help, the number one best thing that we could possibly have happen, in my opinion, I've been putting a lot of thought into this. The best thing that we could do is to see Brooke here adopted, to see somebody put in an application for Brooke. And there's right now, so I got to back up a little bit. That's the number one thing though, is put in an application for Brooke. And the place to apply for Brooke is on our website, which is kitten.academy. And I hope you do. Apply there. Kitten.academy, there's a choice right in the menu to adopt, and you just fill out the app, and it goes to DAWs, and hopefully we will find somebody that wants to have a little Brooke in their life. And Brooke is, as you can see right here, Brooke is a sweetie. She loves being petted, and she's beautiful. I mean, you've seen it in all the pictures. She's got great, amazing eyes. Her color is fantastic. She's got this colorful muzzle and these just like wild ear tufts. She's a beautiful, beautiful cat and very, very friendly towards people. Now, so far, she has not been as friendly towards other cats. I don't know if that's forever. I actually think it's not. I think that she probably will get along with other cats, but it's going to take me some time to sort that out with her. And if you have other cats, you should expect it to take some time for you to sort it out. But I do think still that she can get along with other cats. And the number one reason I think that is because the only thing that we know about her past is that she lived with other cats. So she must be able to get along. But we're still trying to figure out how to work that out. So that's where I wanted to start. Is I'm actually begging people to, if you know somebody that could be happy with just this beautiful, beautiful cat, and the stream doesn't even do her justice. She's got like darker, bolder colors than almost any tabby I've ever seen. And like I said, I keep describing how just beautiful her face is, and she's a sweetie towards people. I can pick her up and I can snuggle her a bit, and she hangs out, and she's just happy. That's if you know somebody, or if you are somebody, put in that app. Just do it. That's it. Okay, I'm going to stop begging for somebody to adopt Brooke, and I'm going to talk to you more about what's going on, which is Pebble. As you know, Pebble has started eating on her own, and she's doing very well at that. She's an excellent eater. She's also started pooping on her own, and she's doing okay at it. She's making excellent poops, but she's doing them in the wrong places. So we're working on that, and she's become very affectionate towards people. Her mom, on the other hand, is, like I said, pretty much done with her, it seems, more and more every day. And that's what we're trying to work out. So, I was going somewhere with all that thought, and now it's just slipped my mind. I don't even know where I was going with all of it. Except of course, so if we can get Brooke adopted, that saves me a lot of trouble trying to figure things out. But if Brooke doesn't get adopted right away, and I'm betting she won't, actually, because that's a tall order for anybody, some of our next steps are to try harder to integrate her with the faculty. Because if we can get Brooke to get along with the faculty, then she can stay here as long as she needs to find an adopter. And we can put Pebble together with the new kids. I think Pebble will do very well with the new kids in just a week or two once Pebble can really walk. I think she'll fit in great. She's about the same size as Fern. And she's just got to do a little bit better at getting around and eating and pooping to fit in over there. And if we can put Pebble with the new kids and we can put Brooke with the faculty, then everything is managed for the time being. And if that doesn't work, we'll figure something out. There's a lot of things that we can try. I actually just bought new glass doors to put in here like we're used to having. I don't know for sure that I will be able to install those doors myself. I'm going to give it the old college try. And then if I fail, I'm going to call the handyman and have them do it. But I feel like I could manage to just replace a door. It's got to be easier than doing it from scratch, right? At any rate, I know a lot of you have been concerned about Pebble for various reasons, like, the idea that her mom doesn't want to hang out with her anymore. Or if you are watching the weight chart every day, you'll see that Pebble's weight is down a little bit today, and that's probably just from the transition to regular food. Nothing to worry about yet, but I want to assure you that we are thinking about all those same things, and we're going to make sure that whatever it takes, we have the best outcome for both of these kittens, for both Pebble and Brooke. We're going to make it work one way or the other. And that it is, like I said, foremost on our minds. So whether it means that we have to separate them or whether it means that we have to not separate them, we'll do whatever it is that seems to be the right thing in the moment. I think in this particular moment, not separating them yet is the right thing to do. And we'll see if that changes. We're just going to keep sort of a watch and evaluate on a regular basis is what we're doing all the time. Okay, so that's that. Let us go and see some other kittens. Little Brooke, by the way, very playful and loves her catnip. I guess she doesn't have any catnip there. She's just rolling around in a sunny spot. She likes to do all that. Oh, one last thing about these two is that you may have also noticed that Pebble has left the box. As of last night, Pebble hasn't been in the box once, I don't think, since last night. She's attacking this blanket. She's instead decided that she wants to live out here on the edge of this blanket, and that's where she's been almost all day. Or up on top, she can climb up here on her own. And that's probably how it's going to be, so it means I'm going to have to do some work to keep her on the camera. I'm doing the best I can, but we may lose sight of her a little bit over the next day or two until I really sort out where she wants to be, and until she really sorts out where she wants to be. Both of those things are going to happen, so that's it. Okay, but definitely, if you want to keep watching her, you can tune into the regular Kitten Academy live stream, and I hope that we can keep her on the stream. So this is some of what people are concerned about, and I want to point out that her mom is actually being very gentle. She's not using teeth, she's not using claws. I know it looks scary, but that's not as scary as it looks, I promise. If it were scary, we would definitely separate them, but that's just regular mom play with kittens, and we've seen almost every mom cat we've had do that at some point, and I've verified that she's being much more gentle than it appears. All right, see, okay, see, as soon as she meowed, she let go, but that is a kind of a rough play. Okay. I'm going to set you over here, Peebs. We got to go talk about some other kittens for a minute, okay? All right, let's go do that. Okay. I know that when you see that, it's a little rough to watch. Hang on, I'm going to sanitize my fingers here. But I promise you that's real normal. And as you just saw, I think the best thing that you just saw is that if Pebble makes the slightest noise, her mom stops immediately. So that's, it's exactly what you want when a mom cat gets playful. And I am not worried about it. But I can understand why if you were watching it, you would be like, oh, that does not look good. But again, just like with everything, we are keeping a real close eye on it to make sure that it doesn't become an issue. That's that. Okay, moving on. Just one last time. Somebody please adopt Brooke. It'll make my life easier. And it'll make your life better because Brooke's a wonderful, wonderful cat and very pretty. Okay, done. So these guys went to the vet today. It was their first official vet visit. They went to the Dawes vet last week and got Albon for their little stomach gastrointestinal issue they were having. But today they went to our vet, Dr. Katz, in Fairfield, and had their first checkup. And we just did that because they don't have a mom, and we wanted to make sure that they seemed like they were healthy. And the good news is they do. They seem like they're very healthy, and we gave them another deworming just to make sure, not that we know that they have any sort of worms, but just to be sure that they were going to be good. And, oh, by the way, the vet's crazy. The vet and the tech and the secretary and everybody there, just crazy about these kittens. They thought they were the sweetest, just cutest little kittens, and I can't argue with that. They've got very big bellies. Of course, they haven't seen Pebble since Pebble left the vet. That's where we found her in the first place. So they have no idea what they're missing with Pebble right now. So these are our three boys. As you know, this is Thistle. That was Thistle and the cheese. And here's Moss and Fern. And as far as we know right now, they're all very, very healthy. And I think they are I think they're 5 or 6 weeks old, to be honest. But we're trying to put them on the same schedule at the vet as Pebble. So we're going to be treating them treatment-wise as though they're only 4 weeks old, like Pebble is. Pebble is, by the way, 4 weeks old this week. What that means is we're doing that firstly because I think we're going to, like I said, we're going to try to put Pebble together with these guys once we can figure out how to do it and how to make sure that her mom gets enough attention and gets adopted if she can't hang out with these guys. She might even be able to. If we can put all 4 of these cats together and bring Mom Brooke in, oh, we'll do it. We're not opposed to trying it. I just don't know if it's going to work out. Where was I? I was saying these guys are healthy. We're bringing them all together. I don't know where I was. I lost it. I lost my train of thought there. It's totally derailed. These guys are just too cute. Way too cute. Oh, we're putting them on the same treatment schedule as Pebble. And the other reason for that is that these guys, even though I would bet money that they are roughly 6 weeks old, they're all lighter than that. You know, I feel like they probably were a little light when they came to Kitten Academy, and they're putting on weight like crazy. But I do think that you've got to sort of when the weight and the age are different than what they would normally be. If you've got the maturity of a 6-week-old but the weight of a 4-week-old, you kind of got to go with the weight of the 4-week-old for stuff because even though they're more mature. A lot of those treatments and stuff are really based on their size more than anything. So, especially for little Fern, who is just still a tiny, 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 tiny kitten, we want to sort of put them in the lower age bracket, and I think that having them take their vet trips along with Pebble is going to be the right thing to do. So, that's our plan, is not only to treat them as we're treating Pebble, but to actually bring them together and have them be one class still, I hope. And again, I think bringing them together to be one class is going to be way easier if we don't have Brooke to try to, figure out what to do with. But if we do, again, lots of options there. We'll try to bring her in here. We'll try to put her together with the faculty. As a last resort, we'll even just keep her around on her own as long as we need to. Just a lot of extra work. So we'll see what we can do. I do have, by the way, I do feel like Brooke is going to end up being friendly with other cats if we can just get her introduced the right way. Hi, Thistle. Hi, Fern. You guys are silly. This is too silly. Wow, extreme close-up. Okay, Thistle. Yes. Good to see you too. I missed it. Fern just chased his tail around in a circle once. Is he going to do it again? Oh, no. Now he's caught it. Good job. Good job, Moss. Sorry, did I just call Moss Fern once? My mistake. Fern's eyes are always so wide. All of them have really wide eyes. Just how they are. Okay, well, let's go down and see the Tiny Pants, and I can tell you how they did at the vet today because they were also there along with these guys. And again, if you want to keep watching these kittens, I think that they are visible on the regular Kitten Academy live stream, right meow. So you can hop on over to the regular Kitten Academy live stream and keep an eye on how cute they are, which is they are completely cute. This is so silly. All right, here we go. I should point out another thing is I have to still do their welcoming photo shoot. It's been delayed because I was concerned so much about their health at first, the photo shoot for these guys, and I've been just super crazy busy, but it was mostly about the concern for their health. I don't like to take pictures of kittens that aren't feeling good. But now they are feeling good, so I need to do that. I need to do that photo shoot really soon now before they get any bigger. Get it done. So I'll probably work on that today or tomorrow. That'll be the plan anyway. All right, so here we are with our mom cat, Taylor. What'd you say, Taylor? Yes, well, I know how you feel. And then we've got her little kittens. These guys got their second distemper shot today. They go through 3 distemper shots and 1 rabies vaccine. Those are the ones that we do here at the academy before they go home. And they'll get their 3rd distemper shot and their rabies vaccine at the same time in a few weeks. Actually, we haven't actually put it on the schedule yet, but it's usually 3 weeks from now. And then I think after that they will also be ready to be spayed and neutered and go home. So I want also to remind you guys that I think some of these guys might still need applicants to adopt them. And I hope you do. And they're all we've really gotten a feel now for their personalities and who they are. And so I can tell you a little bit about each one, and I'll tell you more in future streams too when we can focus on them a little better after I haven't just spent the entire stream begging you to adopt Brooke and save me from having to try to figure out what to do. But let's talk real quick about adopting these guys. So Taylor, you can see how sweet she is and her beautiful markings. And I can also tell you that she, and you probably have seen this, has become a real big lap cat. When I come in here and sit down in the beanbag chair, she loves to come up and sit in my lap and just hang out. And you probably saw this morning too that she just I was sitting on the floor in here and I had her in my lap and she was just happy to sit there and be petted and really nice that way. She's also playful. She likes to play and she loves her treats. But I will say, also, she seems like she can get along with the faculty. Now, she's not going to be friends with any of them. She doesn't want them close to her. But when she sees them in the room, she doesn't react. And that's good. We like that. That's almost as good as you can ask for a lot of cats. It's just that they don't attack each other or really care about each other. That's a good outcome. So for Taylor, I think she would do okay in a house with other cats as long as you don't expect them to be best friends. And if you want a lap cat, if you want somebody who's a little playful, and she's just all the things. She's a great cat. So definitely, ready to go to a good home. I mean, psychologically ready. We still need to have her spay and stuff before she can go. But she does, and if you watch her, especially at night, like Megalina is saying, she plays with these kittens just like she was a kitten. She loves to play with her kids, which is why I've been asking folks to adopt her together with Nick, or any of her kittens, really. She would go well with any of them. Or if you just are somebody maybe that has kittens, she might learn to get along with other cats well enough to actually play with them. But she'll play with her own kittens, and that's one of the reasons that we always like to have mom cats adopted with their kittens when we can, or at least one of their kittens. So that brings us to Nick. Nick is the only boy in here, as you know. He's inherited Taylor's very bold colors, bold markings, I should say, because he's got different color, but very the same bold markings. The classic tabby pattern is what we call that. It's got a big bullseye on the side. That's how you know a classic tabby. Nick is our little scaredy boy, though. He reminds me a lot of Tiny Eddie when Eddie was a kitten. He is very scared of pretty much everything, unless you can really get him playing, so he doesn't notice. But I think he's going to be a scaredy cat his whole life, kind of like Eddie. So he'll need somebody that can be patient with that and that doesn't mind a kitty that sort of likes to hide once in a while. But I also think that Eddie is super affectionate, and that I think Nick will end up being super affectionate towards his people, even if he still has to run and hide whenever the slightest unusual thing or stranger comes in the house or whatever it is. He's also a big mama's boy, so he would go very well with Taylor, if that's how it works out. And I also think he'd do pretty well if it doesn't. I heard that there was someone that contacted me to say that they had applied for Nick, and that they are very patient people who know exactly how to take care of a shy kitty and know that's what he is. So I feel really good about that too. That could work out. Of course, as you know, I don't make those decisions about who gets adopted. I don't even see the applications. They go to the Janbury Animal Welfare Society. So I don't know that people have even really applied until someone tells me. So these are our two girls in the class, and they are knocked out. Usually when they have the vaccines, they get really tired for the rest of the day. So these are our two little girls. This is Blue Jean on this side, and that's Culotte on that side. And they are good friends. They would also do really well together, or any combination. All these kittens in this room and their mom could go in any combination and be really good. We definitely encourage people to adopt in groups, especially with their mom. But whatever works for you in the end, the important thing is that they do find a good home. And just pointing out the personalities and the differences, what I would characterize them as, I would say that Blue Jean here is the bolder one, always out exploring, the first one to get into new trouble and to check out new cats, the one that had to go around and introduce herself to all the faculty one at a time. So really cool that way. And then Culotte is also very outgoing, but more people-oriented and loves to snuggle. And also, of this class, she's the one that's most likely to purr when you pet her, which is a skill that not every kitten picks up right away. They usually get that later when they leave their mom. But Culotte's already got it, and definitely loves to be petted and purr and hang out. So that's how I would characterize these two. Anyway, that's enough of me talking about who they are. I hope that you who are listening either are someone who wants to adopt one of them or their mom, or know somebody that would. And if you do, turn them on to us and send them to our website, the Kitten.Academy website, where you can apply right there on the site. And I hope you do. That's all I have to say. I'm sorry. I hate to have to go on and on about please adopt our kittens. I like it when we can just talk about the kittens and how they're doing. But in this case, I am begging to please adopt our kittens. It's good for you. It's good for us. And I should mention, yes, that We do allow you to adopt anywhere in the continental United States, but you do have to come pick them up yourself. We're out in Connecticut now, and sort of in the southwestern end of Connecticut. So southwest of Hartford, certainly. Lots of options for flying out here, lots of options for driving out. You could come into Hartford Airport, or you could even come into like LaGuardia or something. They're all LaGuardia. It's easy for me to say, right? That's the city airport, I think. I don't know. We haven't been here long enough for me to know everything. But lots of ways to get out here and pick up a cat or a kitten from us, and definitely worth it. Anyway, that's it. I just thanks again to all of you, and thanks so much. If you can't adopt, or even if you're just not interested in adopting, you still really, really help us out by spreading the word. And even if you don't know anybody yourself that wants to adopt a cat or a kitten from us or at all, people that like to watch them. And if you just keep on, recommending us to people and letting them know to watch, then eventually that increases our reach to the point where we do find the adopters. And that's what we are all about. And it's you guys that help that happen. So that's it. Thank you so much. This has been a really long one. I'm sorry about that. I'll try to keep them a little bit briefer in the future, but I am going to keep plugging a lot of those same points and issues in the next few close-ups especially. So I hope you're ready for that. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you want to keep watching these kittens, you can do it all day long on the regular Kitten Academy live stream. It never ends. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube all the time. So look it up and enjoy these kittens, and I will see all of you later. Say goodbye, Nick. All right, goodbye, Nick.